good afternoon YouTube, and thanks so much for coming by. If you haven't been here before, welcome. My name is Andrea and this is the Untamed Olive, where we explore vegan recipes, beekeeping, garden hacks, and all things healthy living. So in today's video I want to talk cashew cheese and charcuterie boards. Charcuterie boards that dreams are made of, if you ask me. So I am going to be showing you a vegan raw cashew cheese base that you can add limitless ingredients to make any type of cheese you like. But in this video specifically, I want to show you a smoky and spicy cheddar wheel variation, as well as a dill and garlic havarti style variation. And then we're going to assemble a charcuterie board with all sorts of vegan goodies, something that you can take to your friend's house, knock their socks off, even if they're not vegan, or just have for wine night, or just have cheese around that you can use that is non-processed and with no additives and super clean to eat. So if you're interested in learning how to make this incredibly simple recipe, keep on watching. Alrighty guys, for this cashew cheese base, I've got 4 cups of raw cashews that I've had soaking in hot, almost boiling water for about 2 hours. I'm draining them now. You can also soak these bad boys overnight and it'll do the same thing, but I'm always in a rush and this method works just fine. We just want them soft enough so we can blend them and get them nice and silky smooth. So, draining them here, throwing them in my Vitamix. You can also use a food processor. I'm just getting all the goods in there, and then I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. This recipe will make 2 substantial sized cheese wheels, so great for a party, but also great to keep some on reserve for yourself and have it prepped for a while. So now I've got 2 large garlic cloves. No need to blend them or to cut them up, because we're going to blend the heck out of this. Then I've got the juice of 1 lemon that I'm squeezing in there. The lemon, as well as the apple cider vinegar that we're going to add shortly, is going to add a nice zing to our cheese and give it more of a realistic flavor, if you will. Then I've got a cup of nutritional yeast. Also gives it that cheesy flavor. Really good on popcorn, by the way. And it's a very good source of B12. I've also got 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then shake up our apple cider vinegar here. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, again to give it that zing. And then we blend.
1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above.
Okay, now we are adding agar powder, which is a vegan type of gelatin that is going to firm up our cheese. We're adding 4 tablespoons into 2 cups of simmering water here. And then we're going to stir it up and let it simmer until it's thickened. As you will see here shortly, it doesn't take very long. There you have it. Let's add a little bit of a slow boil / simmer. Then we're going to add our cashew mixture and stir it up until it's nice and creamy and smooth, like so. And here's our base. You can stop here. It tastes just like nacho cheese right here, but we're gonna get fancy and create a couple different versions here. So, step 1 ish, we're gonna take half of this mixture and pour it in a bowl. And this half of the mixture is gonna be our smoky and spicy cheddar, and the other half I'm putting back in the blender for later. Next, we are going to add some ingredients, as I'm grabbing a measuring spoon here. We're going to add a teaspoon of turmeric, a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half teaspoon of onion powder, half teaspoon of pepper, and a half teaspoon of roasted red pepper flakes. I'm just giving it a nice stir here. Added health benefits in the turmeric, plus it makes our cheese look a little bit more orange since we are making cheddar. So I'm just mixing it thoroughly. Then this is hickory flavored liquid smoke. It is incredibly strong, so go easy on it. This gives you almost like a smoked, it definitely gives you a smoked flavor, but it almost makes it cheddary and Gouda-y, like a smoked Gouda. But it's definitely potent, so be careful. I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon in this entire batch here. And then I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to add a few sprinkles, so probably about 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper that you.
Okay, now we've got our other half of reserved cashew cheese base, and we're going to add a tablespoon of fresh dill, a teaspoon of dried dill, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and then a teaspoon of these kelp granules, which adds more minerals, kelp into this, which makes it more healthy, and it also is a very good source of iodine. I'm going to add 1 more large clove of garlic because this is garlic dill havarti after all, and I'm going to blend the heck out of it. Here we are. We've got both of our cheeses. We've got our cheddar closest to us and our havarti on the right there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to plop them out onto a piece of parchment paper and create a round with them using the parchment paper in my hands and this angled spatula, excuse me. Then I'm going to wrap them up and set them in the fridge to set for at least a couple hours, up to overnight. After overnight, I'd stick them in some sort of sealed container just so they stay nice and fresh, but they will last at least 3 weeks for you because they're literally just blended up nuts.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper that you. Sycamore tree, dream a little dreamer. Night breezes seem to whisper that you. Dream a little dream of me. Now, darling, but I love you. Till grave your kiss. Dream a little dream of me. Night breezes seem to whisper that you.
Suggestion that Saturday night, sensational double thrill stock car spectacular at 7:30 at noon.
Dream a little dream of me.
Here's our beautiful cheddar cheese loaf. As you can see, it's not entirely firm. It's a little bit softer, but the texture is amazing. And I just sprinkled it with a little bit more red chili flakes. But that's what she looks like. Super good with apples, great on top of a veggie burger. And then of course our charcuterie board, it's great on that as well. So I've just got a mixture of, got some Turkish apricots. I garnished our havarti with a little bit more fresh dill, cut up our cheese, our cheddar cheese into wedges, and I am just placing different ingredients. We've got some flaxseed here, flaxseed crackers, I'm sorry. I do have a killer recipe for some flaxseed crackers if you're interested. I will link the video below. Go great with these cheeses. Some apples, a little bit more cashew. I've got some candied almonds that I've made and some candied dried cherries and raisins. Really anything you can think of. A cucumber, obviously. These all dip really, really well. Wouldn't this just be perfect for like a night with your friends and a couple bottles of wine or tequila? I think it would work. But whatever your heart desires, just put little piles, and it's fun. It makes me feel artsy putting these together. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you love this recipe and I hope you play with it. And I would love it if you comment below variations that you do at home. The sky is honestly the limit. You can do just about anything. I've added cranberries for Christmas time with walnuts and it's delicious. You know, like I said, the sky's the limit. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope to see you on Friday for Untamed Treat Friday. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers.